the GeoEcolologist. So in this session, in which we are going to discuss about geography for UPSC examination, especially for optional paper. So our topic today is geographical indication. So geographical indication has been very famously in news, and it is many a times referred to as GI tag. So geographical indication tag. So let's learn about it and see what it is. So in today's session, we are going to discuss about what is GI tag, who regulates it, what is the importance of GI tag, what are its benefits, what are the challenges related to GI tags, and at last we are going to learn about some recent examples which were features of the news. Alright, now, so first question is, what is GI tag? So let's learn about the concept. A geographical indication or GI is a name or sign. So basically it's about a name or a signature, that is in short called sign, used on products which corresponds to a unique or specific geographical location. So it means if something is the product of a particular location or a particular geography in a region, or it is unique because it is produced from a particular town, region or country, then it is being given as GI tag. So it is geographically indicated. So it means a product is indicator of its geography. That's the basic idea of what is GI tag. Then the use of geographical indication as a type of indication of source acts as certification. So it's basically a kind of certification of the products. It means that those products possess certain unique qualities that corresponds to those geographical origin. So basically, if there is a product which has some qualities that is linked to a particular place, particular origin, particular geographical location, then it has a certification through this GI tag. So GI tag ensures basically that only those who have registered it, who have got this tag, can be authoritatively using those product name. So if there is a product name X which has been registered by somebody in specific, then that person is only authorized to utilize that particular tag name. So it basically corresponds to a business of those geographically originated products, right? So that is the base concept, the important concept for the products coming from the ground. So products originating from a particular locations have particular GI tags. Alright, so that is the basic concept. Now, in order to function as GI, a sign must identify a product as originating in a particular place. So a sign must be the clear identity of that product originating to a particular location. So sign is equivalent to that particular location. So a tag is referring to a particular place or location on the ground. So it's very simple, as we mark our places in a GPS when you are using a GPS, or if we are using Google Maps, we are tagging some place. It's very similar to GI tag, but that is called geotagging. It's not GI tag. So that is referring to a ground. But here the products are being referred to the ground. So those products have this particular signature and certificate being given to those products referring to a particular location on the ground. That's why they are geographical in nature, right? Now, who regulates it? So remember, at international level, GI is governed by World Trade Organization, WTO. So WTO's agreement is called, in short, TRIPS, TRIPS. Trade related aspects of intellectual property rights. So remember, TRIPS is related to WTO's agreement that regulates the GI at international level, right? So geographical indications are covered as component of intellectual property rights, basically IPRs, and it came first time in 1883 under Paris Convention. Okay, intellectual property rights in 1883. That was the origin of it. Then further, TRIPS was negotiated at about 1989-90s when at the last round of Uruguay summit. So Uruguay summit was basically on General Agreement on Tariffs and Trade, very famously called GATT, G-A-T-T. So in the last round of GATT in 1989-90, TRIPS was finally negotiated and it came to table, right? Let's understand in Indian context. So geographical indication in India, so it was basically registered and it was administered by the Geographical Indications of Goods, that is Registration and Protection Act 1999. So it came to the World Forum in 89, and just after 10 years it comes to India as an act. So India took 10 years of time to register this kind of act in our country, and it finally came to the office in 2003-2004. So this act is administered by whom? Controller General of Patents, Design and Trademarks. So remember, Controller General of Patents, Designs and Trademarks, who's also the Registrar of Geographical Indications. He is the person who allocates this GI tags in India, right? So the first product was Darjeeling tea in 2004 and 5 that got this GI tag. Alright, so the first product was Darjeeling tea. Now, what is GI status? Let's understand this concept. So GI status is an indication, okay? It's not an indicator. Indicator is tag, but indication is status. That is the basic difference. So many people confuse between GI status and GI tag. Status is your indication, but tag is your identity. That is the basic difference. So GI status is indication that identifies goods as produced from a particular location, that is geographical origin. And GI branded goods possess a recall value in customers. Remember, they are so unique that people recall, oh, this product is from a particular place. For example, Pashmina is from Kashmir, right? From Changthang Plateau, from Ladakh region. So people have this recall value of particular products when they use those products. So GI branded goods must have this unique quality of what? Recall value amongst their consumers. So they must be having unique characteristics, qualities, or must be having such reputation of being from a particular location or particular origin. That is the status, that is the indication of a particular GI tag. Okay, so I hope you are very clear with GI status and GI tag. GI tag is an identity, a certification, but GI status is indication, okay, having unique attribute, characteristic with recall value for consumers, right? So that is about GI status. Then, what is the importance of GI tag? Why is it important? So remember, it is important because it helps the producers at the ground level to do what? To differentiate the unique products, okay, coming from a particular location, because we understand that there are numerous products in the market. So how to differentiate? What is that unique factor in some product? So it helps the producer to differentiate, to identify, to clear cut, make a segregation, okay, from the competing products in the market. Then it enables the producer to build a reputation or a goodwill around their products. As I gave example of Pashmina shawl or Banarsi silk, so you have this particular reputation of these products amongst the consumer, and they often fetch those producers a premium price. They are well priced. Then the products help in export earning. That is most important point again in terms of trade. So it is facilitating your trade and promotion of tourism, cultural heritage, and with that national identity. So it is not just part of common clear business, but it is also adding to something very important, that is national identity. So it promotes that as well at a world level. So for example, Kanjivaram silk sari, Ponchampalli ikat contribute exports in popularity, very famous. Now, importance of GI tag, further we continue and see that they have great potential to play a major role in trade, that we already see, trade between the countries. So unique products are in demand at every sphere, everywhere people want those unique products from different countries. So what happens? It provides legal protection. GI tag provides this certification and legal protection to those particular products, right? And it helps to protect livelihoods. It means if you're writing an answer in your mains exam in optional, so you can relate this example to livelihood security and employment encouragement related to the trade, okay? So products that encourage livelihoods. So there is a significant linkage here, right? Then owing to the premium prices that made GIs demand, there is a possibility of preservation of traditional skills. So this is again one important point, that it helps us preserve those traditional skills. Those craftsmen, artisans, their traditional skills get branded, they get valued. So what happens? If they are sustaining in their livelihood, they would ask their children or their people to continue the traditions. So what will happen? It will help us preserve the traditional skills. Alright? Then, benefits to rural economy, that's very much important, by providing income to the farmers or non-farmers, whosoever is engaged in the activity. So it strengthens, it gives you strength in your rural economy, so rural boost, right? And what? GI allows genuine producers, not the fake ones. Okay, so what happens? There are many fake products in the market and people keep complaining these days. Okay, so I got some fake product, right? But genuine producers will get the best of the market, and genuine consumers will also get from the genuine producers. So this is the basic idea, that GI tag would ban the entry for fake products. Okay, so that is one importance as well. Benefits. So it is linked to the basically the importance only. So benefits are legal protection. Just summary of benefits I am giving you. So what is the first benefit of GI tag? Major benefit is your legal protection, legal rights over the products. Then preservation of unauthorized usage of the same products by others. Then it helps consumers to get quality. So quality assurance is important. Then what? It promotes economic prosperity in the region, in the area, in the country, right? To the people, to the rural area. Then promotes rural development. Understand that rural development is the key to the urban development. Remember, the urbanization, the concept itself is on the basis of rural surplus, rural stability. So what happens if we have rural development at better end? It will promote overall development. So GI tag is one of such features that helps promote rural development. Now, challenges. So there are numerous challenges that you can see here. So what are those particular points that we must remember? That there is a competition at international level. So many times what happens, that wine and spirits were given major value in the TRIPS agreement, and it seemed that developed country took away this agreement. So they have more weightage. So what happens? Suppose India seeks the same level of GI protection. So there has to be a particular regulation and there has to be a debate over it. So what happens? There is always a battle for GI tag between states. So false usage of geographical indications many a times is another issue that happens. For example, cheap powerloom saris are sold as reputed Banarsi saris at many times, and people keep complaining of fake products, as we discussed, right? So protection of GI has these major issues of fake products. These are the major challenges, and there are many contentions of disputes between different parties for the rights over those tags. So many people claim that no, this is my product, I have made it, or we have been traditionally doing it. So many times there is even a dispute between parties, between states. Okay, so this is the major challenge that needs to be. Now let's come to the recent examples. So this is from the last week itself, and if you have read your newspapers carefully, you must have heard these three important declarations: Manipur black rice, Kashmir saffron, and Gorakhpur terracotta. So they have been finally given the GI tags. Alright. Now, Kashmir saffron, just little information about it. So it is cultivated and harvested in Kariwa soils. If you remember, Kariwa soils are very famous highland soils of Jammu and Kashmir, and they have been given geographical indication by Geographical Indications Registry. So this spice, that is saffron, is grown in particular region of Kashmir. Example is Pulwama, Budgaon, Kishtwar, Srinagar. And the most important point is again geographical point in nature. So remember, this can be part, if it is asked in the examination, must write some points about the geography of those products. For example, it is grown at altitude of about 1600 to 1800 meters above sea level. It has three types: Lacha, Mongra, and Gucci. So these are the various types. So many times this question can be also framed in terms of general studies paper as well, in terms of multiple choice questions in preliminary exam as well. So this information will be helpful. Then Chakhao, the black rice of Manipur, very famous already, but yes, it has been finally given. So it is the one of the important rice variety that we have, and coming from Manipur with a special aroma. It is used in community feasts and it is made into kheer. Okay, so it has also been used traditionally for medicinal purpose as well. Now, direct sowing of pre-soaked seeds, also transplantation of rice, and basically puddle fields are widely practiced in the entire wetland area of valley, that is the Manipur valley. Okay, so there it is produced. The third and last, Gorakhpur terracotta, already very famous since century old art, and it is basically famous because it is entirely completely hand applied ornamentation. So figures like horses, elephants, examples are, see, various kinds of horses. So Mahatwadar horse, deer, camel, five-faced Ganesha, single-faced Ganesha, chandeliers, hanging bells. All these products are the best of the craftsmanship. Okay, so these are coming from Gorakhpur Terracotta, the famous place. Okay, the entire work is done with bare hands and artisans use natural color. So this is the uniqueness of this particular art, and it has a longevity that is important, and there are 1,000 varieties of terracotta work designed by local craftsmen. So this has been granted the GI tag, the recent part in 2020. Alright, so with this we've the entire section on GI, and I've given the link in the section below. You can see, and you can find out the PDF on the link where we have entire list of all the products listed, okay, under this GI tags, right? So please like and subscribe to our channel, and also please press the bell icon for the updates. I'll bring you further more lectures, so stay tuned, keep sharing, keep learning, stay safe. Thank you so much.